Hey everyone, it's Dan Blake, Executive Director of Customer Experience at Berwickshire Housing Association here. I'm delighted to have been asked to speak at this year's Scottish Housing Festival, particularly on the subject of the whole rented sector strategy and vision for Scotland. It's a topic that I think is going to garner a lot of interest and certainly should generate consensus with its ultimate aim of providing a single, clear vision for an equitable whole rented sector across Scotland. I'm really pleased and privileged to be alongside or joined at the speaking session alongside colleagues Yvonne Gavin from the Scottish Government and John Blackwood of Scottish Association of Landlords. John's obviously talked about this issue, I believe, at previous sessions at the festival. So real interesting panel and colleagues to share my thoughts and views. I hope that we get to discuss and explore several key areas and issues, but to name a few, I would begin with talking about single housing standards and whether or not they're achievable. Clearly a necessary requirement is to understand definitions of affordability, or a definition of affordability. Something that we talk about a lot, but still not quite clear across the sector as to what that really means for our customers at the sharp end. Aligned professional standards perhaps, EDI, tenancy support, housing as a human right, more and more prolific and prominent as it should be in our discussion across both sectors or across all tenures. There's other very kind of subjective topical matters such as winter eviction bans, and rent controls. Where do they sit in amongst that conversation around affordability and a sector-wide or a whole sector strategy or vision for Scotland moving into the future? And last but not least, single regulation. Does it have a place? We have obviously our Scottish housing regulator who regulates the RSLs and local authorities across Scotland. But is it now time, with the introduction of a whole rented sector strategy, for us to look at single regulation across all tenures? Lots to talk about, I'm sure you'll agree. Really excited to be part of the session, and I look forward to seeing as many of my colleagues from across the sector at the session in May. Take care.